One of the things about public art as opposed to art in the museums is that you don't know where you're going to see it. You come around a corner and there's something.
It is in some ways a very quiet intervention, but I think it makes a very powerful statement.
The important thing is that people are looking and they're thinking and they're reacting.
The Public Art Fund is an institution that makes art in public space. And not only do they investigate what art is or what public space is, but how the two of them interact and what they do to each other.
You have a sense of community among the viewers. I think that's what Gates brought to us, and that's what the Waterfalls brought to us.
I have been thinking about the project in New York for quite some years now. I've been thinking about what to do in a public space in New York. I've been very interested in what does public space mean altogether. And of course, New York is this kind of eclectic city, which is, on one side it's incredibly known as an icon, and on the other side it also has a distinct quality as being, a lot of local neighborhoods.
What Olafur tried to do and what the Public Art Fund, as Olafur's partner, tried to do was create a project that gave New Yorkers and visitors to the city a new way to experience the city.
Certainly the Waterfall Project was the most challenging project, largest project that the Public Art Fund has undertaken.
There's an incredible amount of technical investigation that had to be done to see, A, how do you build these things? B, where do you site them? C, how much do they cost? How do you operate them? And that is, they quickly realized, was a little bit out of the realm of the traditional public art process.
It is 4 very large scaffolds with a pump underneath it, pumping water up to the top of the scaffold from where it falls back into the East River.
It's rare when curatorial vision matches artistic vision. Our director, Rochelle Steiner, lived and breathed this project for 2 years, and when you see the waterfalls, you see the culmination of an artist and a curator's vision.
I actually grew up on 93rd Street and First Avenue overlooking the water, and people don't realize that we've got water all around us.
One waterfall is a historic, sort of iconic historic site under the Brooklyn Bridge. One is more domestic, right under the Brooklyn Heights, under the promenade. Then, of course, there is the kind of waterfall just out of Chinatown. One is more for the tourists, let's say, looking at the Governor's Island from Battery Park across there and that whole sort of southern tip of Manhattan.
The waterfalls, which is amazing, has brought so many people down to the water's edge, and it's just created so much interest.
New York is kind of getting back to its roots with the harbors and the water.
It brings out the city and stuff. It gives a little to New York City.
And it isn't only for the people of New York, it's for all the tourists that we get now, too.
A lot of people coming and going, taking pictures. You see everybody having smiles on their face.
It's become something that people are used to seeing, and now I think they're in love with them, and they're going to be very sad to see them go. But that's part of the artist's vision.
What's interesting is Olafur Eliasson wanted to display his art here.
I'm incredibly proud that the Public Art Fund could bring this world-class art to New York City. I think this is an astonishingly beautiful piece of art, and I love that the whole city, in fact, the whole world is talking about it.
Thankfully, we're a city that has people that are concerned with bringing art to the masses. Just think about how unique that makes New York City.
I hope that mayors in the future will see the importance of arts organizations and other organizations working in the streets and improving the quality of life.
I do think that art has the greatest potential in the way that it becomes a part of the world and it becomes kind of co-productive.
New York, if it is going to stay the economic engine, the location for people to express themselves, the city of opportunity for everyone. This kind of project builds a credibility around the world.
When my mother started the Public Art Fund just over 30 years ago, I don't know that she could have imagined a project of this scale, but I know that if she had met Olafur, she would have known that this project was right, so I think she would have been thrilled.